And hello to all my friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'm doing your Angel Oracle Card Divination promo video for the contest for November 2021. I actually had a contest where we got some winners here. We're going to do some use them for examples and get their Angel Oracle cards read for them. And I'm going to show the rest of you how this is done. This is a brand new product that I just launched on the website. It's really nice, easy, and convenient, as well as affordable because it's bite-sized. A lot of my people love my month readings because they're short and they're bite-sized, but they're specific to you. It's not that general reading, shared energy at all. I pull it using your name and birth date, so it gets right in your energy there, your energy field, and it's instant. You know, I deliver these within a day or two of when they're ordered. And the best part is that these can also be attached and used in any of my bigger services too, my 30-minute readings or 60-minute readings. If you want to, it's your time. You can use it how you want. So if you want to look at Angel Oracle cards there too, we can also do that. But back to the product. It's basically the same service as this, what I'm doing in this video, except it's an audio product. So it's even more convenient. You don't have to jump on Zoom or call me on the phone or I call you. It's basically just I record it just like this without the video, and I email you the file. It's a couple minutes usually, and that's it. And I also am attaching animal totems to it. That's going to be a separate video, but that's all combined in one product. So it's a great thing to check out. I'm going to show you some examples. We're going to get right into it here. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save a bunch of time. So now what I'm doing are my ritual cuts. I always do that if you're familiar with my work. I do that before I read. It satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot. Now, out of the two decks, the two decks that I use here, I give them the option basically to let me know which one I need to use for you, and also how many cards I need to read, basically how much I need to be focusing on and what I need to be focusing on. Now in this example, we're going through 8 of them. We have 8 different people, wonderful people who won the contest that we're going to be doing their Angel Oracle cards for. They've all been requested to do 1 card for, with the exception of my first one, which is going to be 2 cards. So we have Carol first. We're going to start the timer. And Carol. All right, so for Carol, the first thing they want to talk about is deep knowing. You're incredibly intuitive. They want you to believe this, and maybe you're not feeling it. Maybe you feel like you're just missing some things, or you know that you're not as intuitive as they're saying that you actually are. We have deep knowing. So they say you have a deep-rooted knowledge. You're seeing things clearly. You're pretty much that you're not missing anything here. It's checking in very good with that. I might come back to that a little bit, but they also want to talk about never-ending story, and I want to make sure I get that in there. So there's something that's going on and repeating in your life, Carol, that is reoccurring. It's very cyclical, and it keeps coming back, and it's just like, oh God, here we go again with this. Will this ever end? Will this ever get better? That's the vibe. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily negative, but usually when it's like, in this card, it shows the person with the hand on their head like, oh, come on. So usually that, you know, it feels more negative. So it feels like something you just don't want to deal with, or, you know, hey, can this just go away? You know, where if it was something good coming back, you'd be like, yes, bring it back. That's not what they're showing in the card. So never-ending story, it's showing that it just keeps coming back and going through and going through. It doesn't necessarily give you any examples as far as like what you can do about it, but just know it's cyclical. I guess having that information is very pertinent and knowledgeable, because it may just be with you for a while, or it may not be going anytime soon. And we go back to that deeper knowing again. They're basically saying that most of what I'm saying you already know. So they just, I guess, want to kind of give you that extra little push, give you that extra little kick, saying that you are seeing it clearly and you're not missing anything here. So it's going to be okay with this never-ending story. It's just a matter of you being okay with the circumstance and with the situation that they're describing. So that's basically what they're showing here in those 2. The only other thing that I can talk about is they want to make sure that you prioritize love. We have love kind of hidden in the bottom of this never-ending story thing. So it's a big theme for you. And they want you to just remember that the only thing that is real is love. So keep that in mind there. So time's up there. So there's Carol. There's Carol's Angel Oracle cards. Very good stuff there. Now we move into Carla. I'm going to reset my timer. Oh, Carla. Carla got serendipity. So very, very good things. They're very happy when you're happy, Carla. They really, I think you're riding quite a bit of luck. You're on a kind of an upkick right now, things are going well, or if they're not, they're about to be. So they really want you to enjoy this this string of good luck. I have the 4-leaf clover here in the picture, and it's basically the woman's riding it like a kite, except the kite is taking her off. So it's just like almost like a joyride is what you're going on. Very good things to see. And at the same time, I need to focus on the word luck and the word, and being on that upswing. You want to take advantage of this time. Anything that you're trying to do in your life, definitely make sure you're having enough fun. If you're getting bored and things are feeling stagnant, you got to do something to have fun. Just like how she's just taking off and going. So even if you need to take off and just go on a vacation or escape from work for a few days or a weekend, or go on a weekend trip, or even just a day trip, whatever the escape is for you, they really want you to do that. You're on the swing of good luck, so you can completely ride it right now. You're not bound by anything tying you down as far as physical world. You might think that you are, but in reality they're saying that you're not, and they want you to ride this wave. They want you to enjoy life. They want you to have fun. And when we're in that good luck upswing, I look at it like the roller coaster of life. If you're too far up, you're going to come down, and you're too far down, you're going to come up, and you're just in that upswing. So enjoy it while it's there. The energy is very beneficial for you to do just about anything right now. So definitely use that to your advantage. That is the Oracle Angel card description there for Carla. Next we have Maureen. Maureen is next. Reset my timer. There we go. The first thing they want to talk about with Maureen is they bring up the card New Life. New Life. It's very, it's kind of interesting because it's like, here I am in this new situation or this new life, but, you're just kind of like, they show her yawning or stretching in this card on top of a pedestal. So it's kind of like you've achieved some kind of either goal or high place, and you're just at a good spot where you can maybe just relax a little bit. You can stretch, you can yawn on top of this pedestal that doesn't really look necessarily very comfortable, but it's where you wanted to put yourself. So it's really this chapter of your life. I feel like you've already entered into it. I don't think that it's coming. I don't think that it's delayed. I think that you're already there, and you may have actually been in it for a little while to this point. I don't know where I'm entering into your timeline right here without being able to ask you questions. But as we're talking about new life, just enjoy it, really. Whether it's by yourself or not, they do show in this card that the woman is by herself. It doesn't necessarily mean that you are, but at the same time, she looks very content. So it's almost like you don't need an external source to be happy and to find happiness within yourself, which is very, very good to see. It's a good thing because not being dependent on other people for happiness is huge, because even if basically it can't be done. Happiness is an internal thing, and they show you just being at a good spot right now. So there's really not a whole lot for me to say. There's not really a whole lot of advice there either, but just enjoy it. Make sure that you're getting enough mobility, because in that card, at least she looks like she's a little confined with where she can go. So just make sure that that's not a factor for you. And besides that, I have not much else to say about it. All things good there. So there is Maureen. All right, and next we are moving into Crystal. Okay, for Crystal, they want to talk about regeneration. This is a complete renewal that is going on, whether this is in the physical world in your life or if this is more on the spiritual side. They talk about a complete regeneration here. It's pictured in this deck as like lava that just came in, that has just like wiped everything, burned everything, scorched the earth, and then we have a tree growing out of it. So that's the regeneration. They almost want you to wipe it clean and start over in some facet or in some regard. Now, usually when this kind of stuff comes up, this is more like it's about a specific thing that I'm talking about here. Usually the querent or the person, in this case Crystal, who I'm talking to, knows what I'm talking about or has a pretty good idea. These messages are not meant to confuse anybody in any way. So really they're not getting it for me. They're giving it so that I can relay it and make sense, basically so I can trigger something within you. That's like, okay, I know what he's talking about. He means this. That way you can put it in the context of what I'm trying to do. So with this regeneration, they want you to bloom, they want you to shine, and they want you to to build yourself up out of this. So I don't know if it was chaos before or if it is right now, but that's basically what you're being asked to do. You're being asked to be that tree that comes out of the complete scorched earth. It's, the lava, the volcano, and then the tree just blossoms regardless. So basically, don't let anything hold you back. Do whatever it is that you got to do to pick yourself up and to grow. It's really a card about growth and finding ways to purge the old. If there's anything really old or stagnant energy in your life, it's really good to get it out. Basically, the universe is saying that lava energy exists so that you can purge all that out. So you enter this brand new chapter like clean and like not attached to any kind of toxic attachments or any kind of situations that bound you up before. It really presents itself as that purge for you. So now we're going to switch decks. That's the end there for Crystal. We're going to jump into Angie. Angie is next. Start my timer. So for Angie, we want to talk about divine order is what her angel card is, her angel oracle card. Everything is how it needs to be right now. So usually when this comes up, it doesn't feel like it's the way it is right now. And that's why they're telling me to tell you that it is. Like, there's an underlying order to all of this. Everything that is going on in your life right now, there's a reason for it. You might not understand it now, but, they say hindsight is 20/20. Once you go a little bit further ahead down your path, down your timeline here, you'll be able to look back at what's going on right now and it'll make sense to you. Whereas when you're in the moment and you're in the illusion, it's really hard to see clearly and it's really hard to see why things are happening the way they are. But once you get further enough out, like I said, you can really get back and see the order on things. They want you to look past the illusion too and to see the underlying order to things. So they're really asking for you to dig a little bit deeper, to perhaps look inside of yourself for the answers instead of externalizing it so much, and basically get to the point where you understand that this is like that whatever circumstance is going on around you, it's all illusionary. Almost all of it is illusionary. There's only like at the very beginning when I talked about the very first reading about how only love is real, that's basically it. We're almost all empty space except for like quarks and small little cellular things. So basically, everything's an illusion. It's kind of the Buddhist philosophy, really, but it's a reminder for you to not sweat the small stuff, to not get emotionally attached to things, and to separate yourself to get to a place where you're just good with whatever the circumstance and situation is around you, and that way you can just be okay with whatever life throws at you, and you're going to be just fine in doing so. And that way you're also not going to get hung up on any kind of setbacks, even when bad stuff does come, or like I talked about, the downswing of life, because nobody's on an upswing forever. So whenever you do hit that downswing, you'll see that, or at least recognize that this is just temporary, it's going to pass, and it's for a reason. So that's what we have there. So very good stuff. And that's Angie's. Now we move into Diane. Start my timer again. Okay, Diane, they really want you to prioritize. We have Archangel Metatron coming in here, really focused on your highest priorities. So you have a tendency to kind of scatter yourself. They also are basically saying that get rid of the stuff that doesn't need to go. That'll also help you prioritize. Because, for example, if you have like 100 things to do, it's really hard to figure out which one is, number 15, which one's 16, where if you get it down to like your priorities are like 4 or 5 things, it's really easy to do. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4 are the most important, then 5 if I have time. So that's really what it's about for you right now. They're working on this with you. They're helping you prioritize getting things in order. And also by doing so, it really helps you co-create your reality by getting this straightened out. Because once you know what you want, it becomes a lot easier to attract it. It's kind of the law of attraction type thing, where if you're not sure what you want, the universe doesn't know what to create for you. It doesn't know what to put out there. So when your intention is clear and your thought process is clear, what your priorities are, you can focus on those things one at a time. Start at the top. Priority number 1, what we need to focus on first, and then attack it. Think about it, visualize it. Be positive in knowing that you're going to achieve it and things are going to get wrapped up and this is all going to get worked out. And basically that's what they want you to do. They want you to take things at steps and at intervals, and really the word is prioritize. That's really, if I sum this whole thing up in one word, that's going to be it. They want you to focus on that first and only. And basically, like I said at the very beginning, if you can exclude or get rid of a lot of the other stuff that you're worrying about, just to give you an example, if you have, a bunch of bills and then you got, Netflix and then you got Amazon Prime and all these like littler things. If you're worried about all that, you might end up missing the water bill or the electricity bill, the important stuff. So basically do whatever it is in your life that you got to do to weed out the small stuff and to get your priorities in check. That's going to help you tremendously. So that's what we have there for Diane. Next up we have Nadine. Nadine's next. Restart my timer. Nadine, very, very simple message, but very concise at the same time. We have the card of peace. They want you to do basically whatever it is that you find peace in. That's what they want you to chase. So, I mean, it's beyond just happy, because happy is just a joyous expression of emotions, where being at peace, it's still happy, but it's also that calm. Being happy doesn't necessarily have a calm to it, because being happy is like a high. It's a very high charged frequency, like, it's almost excitable, where peace is just very much back down, grounded to earth. So that's really what they want for you to find here. And it says it again here. It's just echoing through all of these readings that, only love is real. That's what it literally says in this card. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. We have Archangel Chamuel coming in here with that message. Now with peace, also, that leads me to believe that sometimes you don't follow the road of peace, or you perhaps hesitate with it, or maybe just even get distracted with what it is that you actually want. Maybe you're just a huge giver and you just worry about other people so much that you almost get off track about worrying about yourself and what it is that you find peace doing. And this is much deeper than just I do want to bring up activities, because of course activities can bring you peace too, but it's deeper than that for you. It's you have to feel things very deeply, and this is an emotional card, highly emotional. So since you need to feel things so deeply, it's almost like works against you, because you're almost just too empathic and perhaps care about people too much. So really just make sure you have a good balance. It's a great thing to be empathic and to care about others, but at the same time you have to make sure you take care of yourself. So do whatever it is that you find peace, and that's really it in a nutshell. It's just, there is no limit to it. It's just whatever it is for you that works for you best. That's what they want you to follow, and that's what they want you to chase. And that's, like I said, very different from happiness. So there we go there. And then we're going to conclude with Charisse. Charisse is the last one of the 8. Start my timer. And so for Charisse, they gave me the card Relationship Harmony. Relationship Harmony. Now this is the point where I wish I could ask questions about the relationship, where your current status is. So now I kind of have to give you a couple different scenarios. But in the card itself, this is Archangel Raguel coming in. It says, we angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved now. So there's that resolution type energy to the air at this time. They're also letting you know that things are going to calm down, that things are getting worked out. The T's are getting crossed, the I's are getting dotted. It's a very conclusion type of wrap-up era that you're on right now. So I don't know exactly where this fits into your relationship, because it's hard without asking questions, because relationships are so vast. This could be a relationship with a friend. More than likely it's a love relationship that they're talking about, but it may not be. What if you're single? Well, we all still have relationships with our close family members and also our close friends. That all comes up under love. So basically, everyone around you is very welcoming and very warm right now. They show your environment, like everybody that surrounds you is phenomenal. It's great, a good supporting cast right now in the movie that you are the playing the lead in, and it's a good thing to see. It's really, there's not a whole lot really to talk about in it. Just really the main thing that I need to stick with is just knowing that things are going to be worked out. Any kind of issues that you have going on right now, it's really set on that environment. That's really the big thing of what's going to help you get through whatever you're going through. And don't be afraid to ask for help too. Don't be too kind of stuck in your own world or in your own ways that you feel like I can't ask them for help. They're too busy living their life or whatever. They're saying don't be like that, because you have great people in your life and they want you to take full prime advantage of doing so. So that's what we have for Charisse. Very good stuff there. So now you get a taste of 8 different examples of the Angel Oracle card divination and messages that they have for you, and how it can implement positive change into your life right now. And like I said, the specific program on the website, scottsagent.com, it comes with an animal totem too, so you actually get both for the same price, the same small low price. So take advantage of that. So that's going to conclude this. The animal totem example is going to be a separate video. I will link that in the description once that's up. But for now, this is me checking out, scottsagent.com, and I'll see you all soon.